water is an essential requirement for green plants for growth. Now, why do plants require water? Well, the most important reason is water is required by green plants to manufacture food by the process of photosynthesis. See, this is the equation of photosynthesis where green plants, with the help of water, makes food. Now, is this the only reason why green plants require water? We'll see. But before that, let me ask you a question. Why do we sweat? Well, there can be two reasons behind it. One, if the outside temperature is very high. And secondly, if the internal body temperature becomes very high while performing rigorous exercises. Now, you'll see that when you sweat, you get a cooling sensation. Now, why is that? That is because when the sweat evaporates, it takes away the heat along with it, thus giving us a cooling sensation. Now, similarly, plants lose water from their surface by evaporation, thus cooling down. So, this process is done to regulate its body temperature in extremes of temperature. And this process of losing water as water vapor by green plants is known as transpiration. Now, when we sweat, our throat becomes very dry and we feel the need to drink water. Now, similarly, when transpiration takes place in green plants, the green plants become dry, so they need to take up water from the soil to replenish the amount of water lost during transpiration. So this process of taking up water from the soil by the roots is known as absorption. So roots absorb water from the soil, and transpiration and photosynthesis takes place in the leaves. So this water that has been taken up by the roots needs to go up to the leaves. So this process of the water being taken up from the roots to the leaves is known as transport of water. Now, you would be surprised to know that within the amount of water that is taken up by the roots, only 2% is used during photosynthesis. Yes, the rest 98% is used up by transpiration. That is, 98% of the absorbed water is lost from the plant surface by the process of transpiration. So 98% of the water that is lost from the plant surfaces by evaporation causes the increase in moisture content in this air. Now, this increase in moisture content leads to the formation of clouds, and then the clouds in turn cause the precipitation back to the Earth's surface in the form of rain. So this is a continuous cycle that is carrying on all the time. Transpiration, formation of clouds, and then precipitation, and the water is given back to the Earth's surface. So this continuous cycle that goes on is known as the water cycle. Now, an interesting fact is that in many Western countries like England, there are maple trees which can transpire about 190 to 230 liters per hour. Yes, so much of water is being transpired per hour. So this water forms the clouds, and the clouds cause precipitation in the form of rain, and that is why these Western countries experience a lot of rain. So because this much of water is being transpired, it causes a lot of rain in these Western countries.